guys, I am coming back at you once again with another crazy top 5 video. And today's top 5 is going to be a really special one. This is going to be the top 5 top 5s on my channel. Top 5 top 5s on my channel of all time, that is, you know. So for something to be able to be featured on this list, all it needs to be is a top 5 and be on my channel. That's about it. One other thing to mention is I'm gonna spice up a little bit, because I don't know what top 5 to do next. I've got a couple of ideas. So I'm gonna pop a link down in the description to a website where you can vote for what you want my next top 5 to be. Whichever one gets the most votes, I'll do that one, and then the second most votes, I'll do that one afterwards, and so on and so forth till I'm out of ideas again. At which point I'll have to start a fresh one. But yeah, without further ado, let's just get straight into the top 5. So, coming in at today's number 5 spot, we've got the OG, the 100% OG top 5, being top 5 numbers of all time. Personally, I think this was a great way to start off my top 5 series. It's a fantastic video overall. I mean, just like all my top 5s, it's a fantastic video overall. It did get put on the lower end of the spectrum, but you know, I've only got 6 top 5s. There's only so many I can do, and that's just because it's my first one. You know, it's pretty scabby because it's the first one, obviously. But now I've become more professional, and they're just absolutely fantastic. If you don't want spoilers for this video, I highly recommend you go for it yourself, but I think the picks were perfect for this video. I still stand by what I said to this day, and that's why top 5 numbers of all time comes in at the number 5 spot. So in today's number 4 spot, my number 4 favourite top 5 of my channel is the top 5 things that would happen if the UK banned bananas. I think this is a great video, very informational, and it's really a warning to the UK to not ban bananas, and it does a fantastic job of doing so. I think it gives a great perspective on what it'd be like had the government made a decision such as this now or in the future. If anyone looks at this video, they'll know that this is a bad idea, and maybe it'll prevent it, assuming this situation comes up in the future. The only reason as to why I didn't put it slightly higher is, although it's a fantastic video, a fantastic warning to the government in the UK, I didn't put it higher because it's not really an opinion top 5, which kind of, I guess, downgrades it slightly. I'd probably put it at like number 2, number 3, if it was another one of my opinion top 5s, but this is just one based on facts, order of events, and how important it is that we keep a stock of bananas in the UK. But that's about it for the number 4 spot. Coming in at today's number 3 spot, we have the top 5 worst words of all time. You may have noticed the pattern with the first 2, you know, they were in order of release, but this one's different. This is slightly different. This one is a great top 5, and it does bring up some incredibly disgusting words that I just despise with all my soul. I wanna find the person who named these words what they are and just swing at them full force. You know, I don't know what was going through their head. I don't know if their IQ was like 50 maybe, but honestly, these words are disgusting. They're despicable. Whoever thought this was a good idea to make these words is probably a bit of a silly moron. Maybe not moron, but they're a bit silly. But yeah, it's a great top 5. It's a great top 5. This is one of the top 5s. It's my opinion. It's great to have an opinion at the top 5 because it means you can get a discussion going, which is the greatest thing about making top 5s. But that's why this comes in at the number 3 spot, on to number 2. So, for today's number 2 spot, we are whipping out the most recent top 5 on this channel, which is the top 5 things that aren't made of atoms. This is a really great informational, educational top 5, as well as getting the opinion in there as well. You know, we're talking about protons, neutrons, electrons, physics, chemistry, everything. It's great. It's educational, and it's also opinionative. I prefer different things over different things. It's great to be able to have an opinionative top 5 as well as making it educational at the same time. Which is really the main reason why I've put this such a high spot on the list, because it mixes educational and opinion, which is just the perfect blend. Although there is one more top 5 on my channel that I do prefer at the moment over this one. So before we get into the number 1 spot, I do want to mention my other top 5, because although it's fantastic, I can't put it on the list because of a horrible mistake I made, which I needed to apologize for. If you've not seen that video, then I recommend you watch it. Not the top 5, because I hate it, because I lied in it essentially. There's a better description of it in my video called Sorry. I recommend you watch that to get a better understanding of what's going on. But it's still a great top 5 because I posted it, top 5 best elements of all time. There's some great information in there. It's just a shame that I let it down. I let the video down by telling a porky. If I hadn't said that, this could have been really high up on the list. This could have been in the number 2 spot. But it's not, because I hate the video so much, man. Oh, it makes me so mad. And coming in at today's number 1 spot, if you've looked at the videos on this channel, then you already know what's coming up, boys. The number 1 spot for the number 1 top 5 of all time on my YouTube channel is the top 5 words of all time. This video is perfect. This video is a godsend. This video is the most magnificent piece of art that has been ever created by the human race, at least in my opinion. Because that's what top 5 is all about. And if the video itself wasn't good enough, the squad got it. I have a magnificent voice, right? No one gets sick of hearing my voice, but it is nice to be able to spice it up a little and have a couple of other voices in there, just so that you can appreciate my voice even more next time you hear it. It's fantastic, and the picks in that list I stand by to this day. I 100% agree with that list to this day. It's fantastic, and I highly recommend watching this video, as it's just the most magnificent piece of artwork that's ever been created, in my opinion. But that's it for today's top 5. I sure do hope you enjoyed as much as I enjoyed making this. Don't forget to pop a vote down in the description. Let me know what you want to see next for the next top 5 on this channel. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you. Oh, my mic. In the next one, guys. In the next one.